There is an extra one, which is the shake movement. What does it mean? Sometimes we see some footage that is not in a pedestal or a tripod or traveling on a trail. And why is that? It's on the hand of the cameraman. Then he's trying to shoot something, and even though they stand still, that moves a little, right? Because we can't stand still like a statue, so that moves a little. And this natural balance, when we have a camera on hands, is the shaking. It can be simulated too, in 3D, and I'm gonna show you that now. I'm gonna create a camera, Corona Cam, and gonna put it facing this way, so we're gonna have this one. I'm gonna modify this camera for it to be very close and to see it very well. I'm gonna put it here. Alright. This way. And then what's gonna happen? The camera is stopped, right? I'm gonna set the timeline to 100. The camera is stopped. And I don't want to animate the camera or anything. I just want to have this shake effect. I could take the camera and start moving it around, like 5 centimeters this way, 2 centimeters, and keep trying to do that. But it can be done in a much easier way. And for that, I'm gonna tell you something. We're gonna animate the camera target. Why? Because the camera target is what really moves. Just imagine if you have a camera like this. You end up moving it. You can do it in 2 ways. One is moving the camera, and the other is changing where it looks, which would be the target. I'm gonna show you here how it looks if we really added this shake movement to the target. Something that you need to know is, the target is not in the point 0. The 0 is here in the G. And to create this movement, we need to do 2 things. The first one is to create a dummy. We're gonna create a dummy. And we're gonna add the shake to this dummy. Then we're gonna set the target to move like the dummy. And then we don't need to change the target's place. I'm gonna show you now. It's very easy. The first thing we're gonna create is the dummy. So we go here and we have create, Here in create, we have this here, which are the helpers, right? Then, I just forgot the name, the helpers. Then you're gonna create a helper. What's a helper? It's gonna be to help it. So we're gonna add this dummy here. It's like a control. Something that will be in the place of what we need. Let's go. I'm gonna put it here. Create a dummy. It doesn't matter the size. It really doesn't matter. If you go to its modifier, look, it doesn't even have a modifier, because it is just something to be there, like a ghost, in the place of what we need. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create this shake on it. How can we do it? We go to motion, click in position, transform position, and we're gonna add. Remember that to move the camera, we created a path constraint. To create these effects I'm talking about, I'm gonna create a noise position. So we go here, OK, noise position, and it's gonna open this window. And this noise position, put the dummy to 0, but that's okay. It's in 0 and it's alright. If we move this, you can see that it's shaken. What's the second thing I need to do? I need to link this target to the dummy. And to do that, I go to link, select and link. So I click on this chain link, which is to create a link between 2 things. I click on the camera target and release on the dummy. It's done. I turned this link off. I can turn it off just by adding another command. And when you see now, both things will shake, because one is linked to the other. Now I go to the camera and press play to see it. And it looks like an earthquake, right? We didn't need to make it shake that much. And this shake is represented by this graphic. It's really turbulent. And then you can do a few things. What does it say here? The strength is set to 50. If we decrease the strength to 10, 10, and 10, it's gonna be less strong. It's gonna shake less. Check it out. Another thing that you can do is to decrease the frequency. So 0.2, check it out. You can keep the strength in 50. And you just decrease the frequency. 0.05. Look how discrete it is now. I'm gonna play it. It is still very strong. Right? 0.01. Take a look. So, as you decrease these values, I can also decrease the strength. Set it to 10, 10 and 10. Check it out. Look how discrete it is. And it looks something very natural now. As if I really had the camera shaken. Because of the wind, or for another reason, I don't know. Take a look. It's like, if naturally, we shake a little bit. And if you want to increase, you can do it. For example, 20. And if you want, you can select a single axis too. 20, it's increased a little. And it still looks nice, depending on the camera you are holding. If it's a very closed lens, like if you are zooming in on the building, and any movement is very noticeable. Now, if you have a wide lens, even if you move, it's almost unnoticeable. But check it out, we have managed to delimit a movement that I think it's interesting. I can close it. I'm gonna pause. I go to Tools, grab Viewport, create Preview Animation. I'm gonna create an animation, just for us to see. Look. So I'm gonna put in full screen so that you can see. This is the shake effect on your camera. Another extra movement that can bring a lot of realism to your camera movement. Sometimes you can. I like to use it with the camera standing still, alright? Because if you do that in a pedestal movement, or dolly, or truck, it usually doesn't work. And why is that? Because these movements are made with the cameras on trails. And this is not the case. So usually, you can use it if the camera is still. And trying to hold it on your hand. Alright? That was another one. Shake cam.